Well, hello there. I'm Fox Mutual. I'm the head of QA here at PAM. Today, we'll be going through the process of registering a new user and your clinic here with PAM. So maybe you've heard about us through a new demo that we've done, or maybe our blog. Maybe you've read a couple of the articles at some of the things we offer and you want to get started. So we'll be going through the process of registering, first-time user setup, and then finally some of the various functionality that we offer through the dashboard. So without further ado, let us begin. So firstly, in order to do the registration process, in the top right, you can click on the sign in button here. So here we already have some pre-saved information for another clinic user. So this is a demo clinic that we set up. In order to sign up your own and register, you can click here at the sign up button. We also offer for already registered users, a sign in with Google. But here, if you click on sign up, you'll be greeted with the list of subscriptions that we have here at PAM. So we have inbound with Bella, outbound with Olivia. Then we also have Emma and Noah for various different functionality. You can get a full description of some of the services and benefits that they offer. This can, of course, be changed at a later date at any time through the dashboard, and we'll be bringing up that at a future time when we get to there. And you're able to select or unselect these at your desires to make sure that your experience is tailor-made to what you desire and what your clinic needs. So here, let's just start with Bella and Olivia, and then we can click next. So then we'll put in our first and last name. I'll put in mine, so Fox and Mutual. I'll put in my spare email from university, so just as a secondary situation there, and then another password. So then here we'll have a, let's go with this trusty old password. And of course, we do make sure that they both match and that we also make sure that they are secured and that they have the various security parameters that we'd expect, such as the size and complexity to make sure that the security is maintained and that the general atmosphere of what we're hoping for with your clinic, that all of your patients' data is secured and that no one can violate that. And we follow security very clearly, and it is a very important thing for us here at PAM. So once we go through here, we click on the next button. And then if we have this, click update just for the sake of it. And then it's saved onto my browser. And so let's do a clinic name. So let's say that this is the Fox test. Well, we have a copy of that here. So let's say that we're a cardiological clinic here. That's even one of the options. We have all of these various industries that we offer because we understand that no two clinics are the same and that there's various different parameters that we might have dermatologists, we might have general care, we might have neurologists or masseuses. And so we offer a number of different options to make sure that you can adapt this to your needs. So let's put this as cardiologists. For a phone number, we can put down say 604-111-222. And then as a location, let's go say that this clinic is in Montreal, Quebec, and that this is on 1234 Main Street. There we have it. And so with this, that's all set up, complete your profile. This is what we're going to be using to get an idea of what your clinic is. And then in the first time login, so if I fill in this information, as we had it here for saved, then we're going to the first time login. So you have been registered, you've been added to our account, the information is there in our database, so we log in. Additionally, if I go to my other screen, you will be getting in a couple moments, it hasn't been sent out yet, but you'll be getting a invite message shortly, something along the lines of from another demonstration. Let me bring this process up. Sometimes takes a couple moments for it to send, but you'll be getting something like this as a message. So from our trusty engineer and head of technology there, Abai, you'll be getting an email that's automatically generated referring to your name, your clinic, the industry you're part of, and various subscriptions that you went, and a link directly to our dashboard, as well as a link to our website. So this will take you directly there, and so notifying you that your account has been set up. So now that we've logged in with our new user, it'll bring us to this first time sign in page. So here we have welcome to PAM. Let's set up your business profile. So as I'm the owner, Fox Mutual, it'll copy over this information that we gave during the registration previously. But theoretically, just in case, if the person setting up this account might not be the same one as the owner, it allows you to modify this, and all of this information can be modified at any given point once you have finished your first time setup and are in the dashboard proper. So with this, let's throw in a different, let's say this is 222.333, and go next. And let's say that we have another contact person, maybe that this is the receptionist or maybe a head masseuse. So let's say this is Alexander, and then as a last name, let's say this is Wong, and then let's say that, okay, this is the cardiologist. So let's say reception at cardiology clinic.ca. And let's say Alexander's phone number ends up being 604-333-444. And so then we have, once again, to confirm all of these details, some stuff that we already put in the registration, but just to further along to make sure that everything is correct. If we do this, and then let's say that this clinic email is clinic@cardiology.ca. And if you have a website link, this is where you can put it. This will be included in your dashboard, and also give the option of later on when we're taking the intake form and setting up that process of getting your information of maybe how you can conduct parking, maybe how you welcome users and the like. This will also be something that we can use as a website link if you desire patients to be redirected or have the option to be redirected if they so ask to the website to look up more information. So here, let's say this is cardiology clinic Montreal.ca. And let's say for the option, we do have a various number of lists of various services. So right now we're primarily focused on JNAP. However, we are moving towards also allowing access to Calendly and Microsoft Bookings, Acuity scheduling, and Simple Practice. These are kind of things that we're in the process, different platforms to make sure that we can be adaptable and use the type of system that works best with your clinic. So for the moment, let's just say yes. And then going to next thing, let's say that, well, this is in Montreal, so we'll go Eastern Standard Time. Let's say that we are open from 8 a.m. and that we close most days. Let's say we close at 5:30 p.m. And let's say that is on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And let's say that for the sake of Friday and Saturday, we have slightly different hours. Maybe we just go from 10:30 a.m. and that we close at 3. And then this allows you to customize the dates and the times that you are open. And even if you have a break in the middle of the day, so let's say that we even add one more saying that, okay, maybe we just take 3 to 4 out. We don't have as many practitioners there. And then we have one final time slot from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And that's on the same days that we are going through here. And Friday, or just even Friday. So this allows you to customize the dates and times that you are open and gives us an idea, especially later on, depending on the subscriptions that you get. Maybe you want to have the open time slots for when you could be forwarded to by the receptionist. Maybe you want to have the time that it goes directly to a callback request for certain ones of the services that we offer. This will allow us to also know when to try and pass it on to a forwarding request to the receptionist or when to just mark it as a callback request that then your receptionists can follow up with at a different point in the day, or even certain ones of PAM services can follow up at a later point. So then going next. So as was mentioned, some of the various information that we're hoping for, these are common questions that users might ask about and some things that we can figure out and kind of mention further. We will also be providing an intake form to you as we get properly set up, and that can be in further information, further details beyond the scope of this, and further questions that someone might ask, kind of commonly asked circumstances, and that can help us and help your customers. So here, let's say that parking out front with 3 specific places for 3 hours each. And let's say that we offer 24-hour in advance cancellation, and then additionally full price on any late cancellations or no-shows. And then we'll mark it as 24 hours. Clinic taglines, let's say friendly, let's say, what else? We can say hospitable or welcoming, let's say, and then another tagline, let's say open to walk-ins. And with this gives us kind of some information. These are kind of things that if someone starts asking, kind of some various words for us to use and some things to kind of associate with the clinic. There might also be a specific description that you have that you want us to prioritize and use if anyone asks, can you tell us a bit more about your clinic? So kind of giving a guide to the prompt that we're using. And then values, let's say always there for our patients. And I guess just for one further recommendation, so and then that's one value, and then if we were building another one saying, I guess carry doing or helping like helping our patients. So always there, and then also helping our patients. And so by going through the process of these values, if we want to separate them, please separate them by commas, and this allows us to make sure that these are separately listed and separately integrated with the general atmosphere of how we're presenting them. And of course, any of this information can be adjusted at any time. If you go back and think that this is not necessarily something that suits or you want to do a different wording, feel free to contact us. Otherwise, there will be ways on the dashboard for a lot of this information to change, as well as, like we mentioned previously, the intake form. So here, clinic description, let's say clinic near the heart of Montreal, servicing locals for cardiology treatments and offering easy parking with priority on returning patients and getting them healthy. But feel free to describe it. You could start talking about where it's located. You could talk about the various policies. Some clinics reference that they offer refreshments. Some mention the fact that they have various bathroom services, if it's kind of something that would assist with that, or various different faculties that they might offer and that they want to promote. So offers patients refreshments. So here, let's say that our payment methods that we offer here, and we will go through credit card. We can also say that we accept check and maybe even cash. So it gives you a series of different options, and including insurance or even an online payment. So special instructions for patients. Please arrive 15 minutes early for your appointment, and then speak with the receptionist at the front desk to check in. And then additional information, I guess we're saying maybe we offer tea and water. So there we go. And so here we see the new dashboard that we just set up. Right now, it's fairly empty because it's the first time we go out, but let me log out and sign in with a different user. So let me sign in with the demo clinic at PAM. So this is a user that we've been using some testing on, and here we can see that there's a number of calls, some booking values, and generally an idea of how we're using this and kind of giving a more realistic and more up-to-date opinion. So here we have the name of our administrator and owner, so Michael, as the owner of this specific test clinic. And likewise, your name will be up here. And then for the general dashboard, the main page showcases a number of the most important information for you and your clinic and your awareness, such as booking values, kind of that have been booked through PAIM, some of the minutes, the number of new patients that have registered, the calls after hours, and some very important information and useful information, such as which types of appointments are trending, so which ones are being used a lot, in-demand services, and patients of the month, so which ones might have had a fair amount of various different services that they've booked. And additionally, for if it's outside of the ranges that we set during the registration and first time login, we have the different calls that might have been outside of those hours. We have the list of some recent appointments that were booked. And then if we go through here, after hours calls, each different part of this will list the amount of time that it took, the date, as well as the cost or the call for going through. It'll give you a quick summary of the various calls. So here, one of our test users here, Steve, ended up booking a session. He selected the option. Some of these will give you far kind of some more information. And if you look at the transcript, kind of go through the process of how it went. So it gives you the full insight. And right now, all of these calls are completed. But if there is calls that are ongoing, you'll see this as ongoing or currently in progress, as well as if there is a call that is a callback request, this will allow you to see this and kind of give you an idea, okay, you got a call, and give them a callback request. And if you click this button here, this will remove it from the list because you know that you've already gone through them, you've already spoken with them, and you've already followed up on whatever might be the problem that they were going through. So here, additionally, we have some inbound calls. I'll list all of these to help you sort, and some outbound calls. And for the same variety here. So these specific parameters, inbound and outbound, are because we chose right now, we have Bella, Olivia, and Emma. Likewise, if we end up removing, if we remove the subscription for Olivia, remove the subscription for Emma, we just keep Bella, we can see that on the left-hand side. This is updated with the parameters of only having inbound calls. But if we add back Olivia, Emma, and Noah, we see that this is updated to suit those new subscriptions. And we have a number of different features that are coming soon. So we look forward to having you test those out and follow those through. But right now we are specializing in Bella and Olivia for inbound and outbound calling. And so that was, if you are looking forward to managing any of your subscriptions, it's the button right down here. Additionally, we have the settings page here that allows you to update any of the settings, allows you to change anything here. This is free form and kind of update how you want. So maybe you want to adjust the industry, kind of that maybe the definition slightly, maybe you want to change your address, maybe you moved across town, or there's a different owner that's currently listed. If you save the settings here, settings will be updated and allow you to proceed accordingly. So thank you very much for your time. This has been a walkthrough of registrations, of first-time login, as well as some basic details about the dashboard that might be useful. So the final thing I'll do today is that if you want to log out, the button is just down here and allows you to sign back in. So thank you very much for your time. Hope you have a wonderful day. And thanks for embarking on this journey with PAIM. Until then, cheers.